What's up, guys? Didn't realize I was gonna talk about this, but you know what? Why not? It's kinda sickening. Okay, so the Epstein Files. Okay, first off, how are you gonna release them and then be like blacked out almost 90%? Like seriously, are we serious? We're trying to protect the victims. No, you're trying to protect yourselves. You're clearly on the list. Like, the more you try and hide it, the more obvious it just becomes. We just don't have physical proof for court. And yeah, I know, I'm 16 now, you don't need to... But still, it's ridiculous. Like, dog, are we serious? And remember, guys, I'm not suicidal, so if I stop making videos or go missing, you know what happened. Anyways... That stuff is more blacked out than a homeless person when I give them $1 and they go buy crack. Like, how? And they're getting, like, unredacted with Microsoft Word or something. Like, really? You're trying to keep yourselves from getting found out, and you're messing up this bad? Anyways, someone call Chris Hansen, because I'm getting a little concerned that the people in power in our government might be child touchers. I wouldn't be surprised if 90% of them ended up touching children. Which is sad because, you know, they run our government, but, you know, again, I'm like 16. What do you want me to do about it? We're gonna set this here. But seriously, how are you gonna put on the mask of, oh, we're trying to protect the victims? I'm gonna highly doubt you're trying to protect the victims, and I'm gonna say it's either, like, the president or some really high-up people that don't want their names leaked off that file. Actually, why am I saying some? It's probably all of them. They're all probably child touchers. We got, like, Diddy running around in our government now, basically. This is worse than Diddy. Oh, yeah, and let's not forget the 10 other, like, cooperatives that, you know, helped Jeffrey Epstein that the FBI knew about in 2019 and still decided it's probably fine. Like, seriously, are we actually 100% serious right now? 'Cause this is just sad. I'd say it's pretty, like, obvious they're not trying to actually release the files. Like, who would be surprised, though, when they release the files and they're, like, 90% blacked out? I know I'm not surprised. Like, I mean, I kinda expected it when they were like, you know what? We're gonna release the files. My first thought was, yep, they are not releasing the files. Which, you know, they actually did, surprisingly, but still. Would they write it in freaking highlighter? You can barely read any of it. Like, there's 53 pages on one file that's just completely blacked out. So it's kinda disappointing. O.J. Simpson walked so Diddy could run, and, so the people in the Epstein Files could fly, you know. I don't know what they're trying to do here, but they're gonna get found out eventually. I hope they do know that, like, genuinely. People are going to find out eventually. You can't just hide something like that forever. They're either gonna just kill people who know. Again, wow, this sounded like a conspiracy, but probably will happen if they're going through this much trouble to keep themselves protected. Hopefully the 10 people that were helping Epstein get caught, and I hope they just get, like, publicly executed or something. Like, prison isn't good enough, in my opinion. Like, let's not forget, that was a whole island filled with minors, you know? And they were doing some EDP type stuff to them, you know? They weren't very family friendly. Now, I'm pretty Christian, I believe in forgiveness, but, it takes a lot to make me not want to forgive you, and this is not forgivable for me. This is, frankly, it's quite disgusting. It's sickening, even. You know, why are we letting people who touch children, most likely, be in power? Like, we already saw a picture of the president hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein in the files, and they had to remove that immediately. That's that's not a good look, Mr. President. I'm sorry. That's a pretty bad look. We're gonna make America great again. More like make minor islands great again. Again, I'm not too political. I think every political party is absolutely horrible. I think they both suck. I think Trump's horrible, Biden's horrible, whichever one's in power. I don't care. They both suck. They're horrible options. But with you being in the Epstein Files directly as a photograph with Jeffrey Epstein, that really makes you look horrible. I am very, very upset that almost all of it was redacted. Like, who could go onto the SCP Foundation sites and take a look at their paragraphs? That stuff is less redacted. And, I don't know, whoever was hired to redact the stuff, but, kinda funny how a lot of the stuff they tried to redact is just getting uncovered with, like, Microsoft Word and stuff. They're kinda idiots. Remember, guys, I am not suicidal, so, anyways. Would not be too surprised if, the people in our government are child touchers. I'm like 95% sure a majority of them are. Because, just how much they're trying to hide it. I know there's an effect, it's something effect, and it talks about the more you try to hide something, the more obvious, like, what you're trying to hide becomes, and, that's kinda happening right now. You're trying to distract people from it, but you're just making it obvious that you were definitely in those files, so I am just beyond disappointed and sickened that we let people like that be in power. Yeah, thank you guys for listening to me rant, but, this was absolutely sickening to hear. Anyways, bye.